it's DragonFeather, and I'm here to be... Let's try that again. Hey, it's DragonFeather, and I'm here to do a video on becoming, coming out of the broom closet, but not just coming out of the broom closet, but, like, living publicly pagan. Because, I mean, obviously I live publicly pagan. I wear my pentacle everywhere I go. And sometimes, yes, I do get ridiculed for it. But I'm going to tell you some of the common questions asked by people when you're publicly pagan, and some of the jeers that you get, and some of the just people in general and how it's like, and you know, stuff like that. First of all, people think that when you're publicly pagan you're going to be insulted all the time, which is really not true. For the most part, people keep their distance and people keep their respect and don't ask and don't really do much. They're just like, okay. There's a difference between being openly pagan and, like, dressing extremely witchy. Because if you dress extremely witchy, like with the crescent moon on your forehead and, like, spell bags and pouches everywhere, of course you're going to get a little bit more crap for it. But just wearing a pentacle, like wearing a dress like I'm wearing right now, and wearing a pentacle and, like, walking out in public, strangers, for the most part, are gonna leave you alone. I'm just letting you know that now. Most people are gonna not give you crap, but say you're at school and you're, like, sitting in a class and people around you, like, there's nothing to do and people around you just ask you, people are going to be like, oh, you have a pentacle, do you worship Satan? That is the most common question. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, the most common question asked when you're openly pagan is, are you satanic? And I do have a satanic friend, but she I don't know, she doesn't wear an upside down pentacle. She wears a right side up one, but she still calls herself satanic. And that's cool. I mean, I don't know why, but that's how she does it, and I don't care. But if you're Wiccan or just pagan and not satanic, people are gonna ask you, ooh, are you satanic? And the best response, I'm just letting you guys know, is just say no. You know, you don't have to say anything more than that. You don't have to explain yourself, well, actually, I'm blah, blah, blah. All you have to say is no. They don't need to know any more than that. You don't need to tell them your life story. They don't need to know your life story. Just say no. You know, be like, oh, no, I'm not. And another commonly action that just happened. Another commonly asked question. There we go. Thank you, dyslexic brain. Another commonly asked question is, do you eat babies? And I'm not even kidding. Like, I get asked this. The first one is, are you satanic? And then the next one is, do you eat babies? I don't understand the human race sometimes. I'm just like, who, why? No. And when people ask you, if they ask you, do you eat babies? Just be like, really, dude? No. Like, or you can say again, like, no. Or be like, yeah, yes, I do. Add sarcasm in it. Have fun with it, you know. But if they seem serious, some people ask you if you're into witchcraft too. And some people will even know a little bit more than you thought they did. And they'll be like, oh yeah, like I used to do that. And you'll be surprised at some people that you'll meet. There was this one guy in my class who dressed like a total gangster. And he's like, oh yeah, I used to be into that stuff. And I was just like, what? I was like, okay. Because it was so bizarre, because he was like, sup dog, like, he was like, yo dog, like, you Satanist? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I used to be into that stuff. And I was like, some people are weird. And so, yeah, for the most part, you don't really get any hate or crap for it. Though the only thing that I ever really got a lot of shit for was when I was in my English class and we were learning about the Crucible, which, if any of you guys know that play, it was a play written about the Salem witch trials in the 1600s, and I wore a pentacle around my neck, and a lot of people said some really mean things. One person said, like, oh, burn her at the stake, and it was really messed up, and, I mean, like, I wear a horned hat, like, you've seen in some of my videos. When I wear a horned hat and a pentacle, people are gonna think, you know, I'm pretty sure I don't set that up well for myself, but you know, it doesn't mean that they have to say crap like that. They do, but, you know, it's whatever. And So that's really the only big crap I've ever gotten for it. My dad supports it. My mom, I'm pretty sure my mom knows. I mean, like, I have an altar, I wear it around my neck, but it's never come up in conversation, and I don't really think she cares. Yeah, I don't know. And, friends are fine. Teachers have never asked. I've gotten asked, what it is before. They're like, what's that? And then, of course, I'm gonna be like, it's a pentacle. And usually people be like, oh, are you Satanist? I swear to God, that is the most commonly asked question, and it makes me, I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And so, I don't know, sometimes I go, like, sometimes I don't even know. Sometimes I just like messing with people, and so I'm just like, yeah. And then when people really bother me, I'm gonna be like, don't make me hex your ass. Like, I don't even know. It's fun, and my friends, we joke around about it all the time. And whenever I get mad at a friend, like, not like mad, but like, be like, you're in trouble, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, he's gonna hex me. Like, my friends joke around like that, and like, that's fine, because all my friends know that I'm a witch, and like, I don't mind it doesn't bother me, and they never give me any crap for it, except one of my friends was, when we were playing some sort of video game and he killed me or something, he was like, ding dong, the witch is dead, and I'm like, fuck you. It was, yeah. But usually you don't get crap, but there are those very few people who will interrogate you, be like, oh, are you Satanist? Oh, do you kill things? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, do you practice witchcraft? And you know what, to be honest with you, if someone's giving you a hard time, just be like, excuse me, but you're making me uncomfortable. And when you say that, usually it shuts them up. And then there's that occasional one person that just won't, and you just gotta give them the death glare. And then when they really won't leave you alone, you just gotta go like, I'm gonna hex you. And that really shuts them up. But, you know, I don't know if that's bad. I like bothering people. I like sarcastic humor. It's one of my favorite things. But yeah. That's really all I have to say about it. Any questions about coming out to your classmates? Because I've never, like, stopped everyone and be like, everybody, I'm a witch, you know? I've never done that. I've worn it around my neck, and people ask, and then I tell them, because I don't care if they know or not. It's like, you know, freedom of religion in the United States, so... you know, I don't know. It's just, it's not, you don't really get problems for it. A lot of people are like, oh, I get so much problem for it. But I guess where I live, it's not a big deal. If you live in the Bible Belt, I really can't tell you how you're gonna get talked to or whatever, depending on Christians and stuff, but I don't know if you guys have seen comments on my YouTube channel, like some comments on my videos are just like, we'll save you, God will save you, and there are those people who will actually come up to you, and I had an experience where missionaries came to my house, and they were talking to my parents, and I was wearing a pentacle around my neck, and I could tell that it was making them uncomfortable. It was making the missionaries uncomfortable. My mom and my stepdad were oblivious, and I just said hello, and like I sat down there because, you know, I believe every religion is right, and if the religion works for you, then great, then take it and do it, and good for you. But I sat down there and I listened to some of the things that they were saying, and the one guy the entire time, every time he would speak, he would like glance over to me, and he's like I could tell I was making him uncomfortable, and so I was just like, oh my gosh, people, you really think I'm gonna like go after you? Like, no. Yeah, I wear a lot of jewelry, and I wear horns on my head, but if you get to know me, I'm like the coolest person ever. Like, I'm really not mean at all. Like, I love people, and I love to like help people and talk to people, and I don't like try and change people. You know, I'm like, if you want to change, good for you. If you don't want to change, good for you. We're still friends, you know? I don't know. Missionaries. They're an interesting topic. I got a message from a person about missionaries, and really the best way to handle it is if they ask you about your religion, tell them what you are, because you know what? There is nothing to be ashamed about being a pagan or being a Wiccan or being a witch. There's nothing to be ashamed about it. And you know what? If people are going to give you a hard time for it, the missionaries come to your house. You can be like, can you please leave my property if they give you a hard time? And if they don't leave, you can call the police on them. Like, there you go. Like, it's not gonna be a big deal. Just tell them who you are, tell them what you are, and if they try to like be like, oh my gosh, we need to save you, be like, excuse me, I appreciate you coming here, but I do not need any of your things. I'm sorry for your time. Like, thank you for your time, and I would like you to leave. Like, please leave. So, being openly pagan, really not a big deal. Until next time, blessed be, and thank you for watching, and